Final 3:24 that first quarter. They did get to the foul line. Jakob back in Anunoby, Diawara in Bridges, Barnes with Barrett, Pirtle battling quickly. Here's a three. OG and Tracy and Vince walking over here.
The classless. Vince hit me with a water bottle. Tracy's massaging my head. Just like Alvarado over here, disrupting my offense.
That's what happens when you become an owner. You know, you just come in and
do whatever you want to do, right?
Do whatever you want.
Oh man.
Towns, and he's fouled.
Three-point shot all the time.
Listen, he came out and hit 2 big threes. That opened up everything for him. He feel pretty confident for everything.
Matt, he did not want to come out that game. And sometimes you gotta throw that minute guidance out the window. You gotta let him keep cooking.
Because you got it rolling. You see that thing go in the basket, especially you start out hitting 2 threes. You feel like every shot is going to be made.
Well, you know, if you were cooking like that, I would imagine Vince and T-Mac, you'd probably be looking over there saying, yeah, no.
Oh, yeah. Coach know not to take me out.
You keep going.
We'll find that on the back end.
Not tonight.
Oh. Towns, there's Pirtle.
For Toronto to set the tone, because this is a possible matchup, right, of who wants to be a part of this and set.
Raptors have lost 11 in a row against New York. Wow. So it's even more of a night like tonight. Alvin and I talked about it earlier. You want to make a statement like, hey, you know, we can hang.
When you get in that type of rhythm, now it's about
Shamet. After the turnover, lays it up and in.
The Raptors were forced to call a timeout because they couldn't get into their off, and then they get an outlet. So that's 3 plays in a row where you just see the Raptors.
3 teams. You look at Cleveland, Detroit, Boston, New York, 4 teams. But I would say this: Toronto can play with anybody because of their personnel. They can match up with any team. Physicality, consistency, and discipline. When I look, they have one player that's going to generate everything for them, right? Whoever is matched up with them, if you have bodies to throw at him, you can wear a player like that down in the playoffs in the 7-game series. Boston is a team to really look out for because of how they play. They play elite defense. They shoot the ball at a high clip from the 3-point line. The playoffs, you know, with their physicality, and they have that one player that if the game is on the line, he's not a to take over the game. But I think Toronto compete with
what they're supposed to do, but I also have had the opportunity to watch Boston play a couple of times, and I tell you what, they are for real. They have everything. Their bench play, they have scoring, they have rebounding. I think Vucevic has been tremendous for them for just scoring and opening. You know, they're getting all the threes they want, driving everything.
Vince, you saw this team last year.
Be healthy next year, healthier. We're going to add another scorer now, all-star in BI, and look at them now. I said they're going to get out of the first round, but they're going to put teams to the max to where they're going to wear them down in the second round.
You're talking about Boston. What happens, hypothetical, but you're talking, Tatum comes back. Okay. What do you do?
Well, what do you do as a team, or there's got to be some extensive conversations on what his role is going to be for the team.
Yes.
Right, because what they've established with him being gone.
Stop by and talk basket. You could talk all night just about their perspective.
Tracy Ken?
No. With both of them.
Game, Butch Carter did an outstanding job along with the vets developing those guys, and now full circle. These guys are owners together. They have podcasts together. They're doing a lot of things together, so it's a delight to see.
It is great to see. B.I. with 3 fouls. Karl Anthony Towns with 3 fouls, but the Knicks, their defense has tightened. No. Jakob. Here's quickly. Raptors with Barnes all over the glass, and there's Josh Hart. Raptors now 4 for 14 from 3.
You see the outstanding hustle by Josh Hart and the rest of this New York Knicks team, and I talked about it, Matt. You can't rely on your shot-making ability to win the games. You have to be, and on the offensive side, you really have to be deliberate. You have to make sure it's not just the shot-making. You're getting the shots that you want.
Scott with 5:42 remaining here in the first half. Both T-Mac and Vince doing so well, and 5. Here's Hart spinning. He has yet to score, and that's his. And back on January the 28th here in Toronto, tied his season. Hasn't shot it well since the All-Star break from 3. Here's Scotty, kick out, Mamu. Getting downhill. Mamu off the back.
Handling the ball up top against Jalen Brunson. I want Scotty's
Challenge here. And Scotty wins it.
It's a good opportunity, Matt, for the Raptors. Continue to dive into this, settle down a bit, got things together. Great pass over top.
And Mamu has it swatted away.
And again, multiple efforts by the Knicks. You see the mentality that they play with.
In that situation, I know he felt them coming, but you might be better instead of reloading, just going up. Robinson and Brunson quickly. And quick 1 of 6. Brunson. Shamet, he can shoot it. And that one routing.
Forcing 2 players to go with Jalen Brunson, leaving the shooter wide open. So that's an easy switch. If it's position to position, 1 to 2 switch, you can make that happen easily.
BI.
Half-court set.
3-point play. 21 now in the first half for Ingram. Shed with Mamu Kelishvili, Barnes, Ingram, and R.J. Barrett. Hart to the cutting Shamet.
That time, and then Brunson in the action.
12-point lead for New York. Ingram looking to make a move. Double. Shoots over
to waste. B.I. is trying to do everything with his shot-making ability.
Get stops. And with 3:05 left here in the clock, it's 7. Brunson. Diawara fires a 3.
The Raptors could negate that just by being on the same page and communicating. That time, again, you left another shooter wide open.
Here's Shed attacking. Ingram there. Double comes on the inside and points. New York 21. They've responded. Scotty gets up in the air, turns it over. Hart strip. Maintains it. Gets it up top. Diawara back over to Hart.
Presence at the rim.
New York shooting 72% from the field here in the second quarter. Diawara. Knicks trying to get back in transition. Spinning. Going to the